Many of you are interested in Royal Enfield these days. So Royal Enfields are considered as the present booming bikes. This Stealth Black 500 has its own charm, So on the streets, let me tell you, based upon the experience of this bike, I have ridden maybe 200 kilometers on this bike, which is more than enough for someone to experience the pros and cons, the feel and everything in and out of the bike. And my name is Girish and welcome back to the channel, and here we are, Royal Enfield Classic 500 Stealth Black. This is a 2018 bike. I'll put the delivery video right now on the video. You can find the iCard on the video. About this bike, it has its own charm, charisma, everything. A 500cc machine, it cost around 2,30,000 rupees back in 2018, but now it might cost more. As you can see behind me, there is this comfort, the back support. This is from Vardanshi. I have put that video as well, unboxing the Vardanshi and fixing the Vardanshi, two different videos. I would like you to check those videos as well. It's a fuel injection. Of course, most of the bikes are fuel injected these days. 25 in the city, 36 in the highway. So all is based upon the experience, the way you ride, all those matter. This bike is 2 years old and 10,000 some hundred kilometers old. The classic design is never aging. It looks like a cruiser, sometimes it looks like a chopper, and I found it looked like that as well from very far. If you see this bike, it doesn't look empty here. I enjoy riding this bike. The instrument cluster, I got to tell you, it's still very old. When this was bought, at that time the ABS just was launched. This is very bad on off-roading. Still, people who like to challenge and who like to push the bike to its limits, they do it. The old AVL engines, those machines were considered very hard to start up. In case if the battery is gone, you'll have a tough time starting those bikes up. But the newer versions, I'll tell you, it's very easy to start. We start the engine. You listen to the fuel injection. Look at how smooth it is. It's even easier than a Honda Unicorn. Good thing that there is kicker still available in the newer bike. Keep in mind that you get single horn in the BS6, wherein the BS4 version has the dual horn and it's very loud. The newer engine is very smooth than the older engine because of the BS6 norms. The silencer has multiple airflow and ventilations inside. Here there is air filter box, and that side is the toolkit and the battery. So this is the battery. It's very easy to pop out and it's way big. It's a bigger battery, just like what I said, Royal Enfield batteries are bigger, so they would definitely have it. And this is the portion of the fuses and medikit. So these are all the fuses, and this is the fuel injection ECU. Since from a very long time, the suspension, I got to tell you, is very good. It's very neat, beautiful. Even the swing arm, it's really nice. The wheels, spokes is the most beautiful looking design any bike can have. I've got to tell you, spokes also acts as a suspension than the alloy wheels. Alloy wheels hardly make any movement, while the spokes definitely gives that smooth ride feel, But the sad part is, in India, being the manufacturer and the assembly, every plant being here in India, still the prices, we feel it's high as customers, and where in other countries there is this tubeless option. Even though the tires of this bike is tubeless, there is still tube inside where the air can leak through the spoke holes, which can be resolved by them, which can be resolved and made as a tubeless version. The Interceptor and the GT650, the 650s of this, the twin engines of the Royal Enfield, they were also released as tubes and not tubeless. They've been saying from a couple of years now that it is going to be tubeless, and it still hasn't come up yet. 2.5 liters of engine oil. If you want the engine to be smooth, you can put 10W50 oil or 20W40 if you want it to be a little cranky. Doesn't make much difference, but Royal Enfield has its own engine oil, so they use that. Some other people prefer engine oil in the aftermarket segment from Motul. Motul is most considered on the aftermarket segment. I also had Motul 15W50 for my Thunderbird 350. The rider seat is comfortable, even the springs act here, and the pillion not more than 50 kilometers. You know, for the pillion needs to rest for a couple of minutes, stretch their legs and feet, because the seat is not so comfy like the riders, and the rider can continuously commute for around 100 kilometers and take a break, a short break, you know, tea breaks. Of course, people take other breaks as well. And this bike has a few upgrades, like the tape on the handlebar, the tape on the hand grips, which was cherry red, it turned out to be brown. And also you have the indicator grills, headlight grill, the tail lamp grill, and trust me, the crash guard of this bike looks great, but on the long run, keep in mind that if you have a heavy crash guard and you have a fall, that might definitely impact your chassis. It's okay for this bike to go around 60 or 80 kmpl, but if you go anything above that, the bike starts to lift up. You know, if the road goes up and down, the rider might feel a loss of control on the bike. This is not meant for speed, this is meant for crazy commutes and long commutes. The difference of 350 and 500 is that the 350's piston is smaller than the 500's piston. The bore size is bigger. You can commute in 100 and a 500cc classic, and you can commute on a speed of 80 in a 350cc engine. They charge extra for other countries, so it's very expensive in USA. It's slightly expensive in the UK. The UK versions have an option of tubeless tires. Why not in India? So Royal Enfield should take a look about refining and solving these small things, because small things make a lot of difference. So these bikes are derived from military versions. They used to support the war. Like other bikes like Triumph have also been supported with their versions of bikes, but the Royal Enfield classic version have been coming down from the Second World War. Lot more things on this bike. You enjoy a 500 and a 350 classic in the city. It's very easy to maneuver, not like the Thunderbirds. Thunderbirds, the length is way too much than the classics. The agility part, the Thunderbirds lack a bit, but the classics do that part very well. So this comes with a twin spark, which again is a plus point. So the fuel injection does its part well. So maintenance of that is very less when compared to the carburetor versions. I've ridden and made all of these cinematic shots which you're going to see in the video. That's about it for this video, guys. Please like, share and subscribe. It would really help for the channel. And so let's see how that goes. And be good, do good, and good would always come back to you. Take care. Bye bye.